Thanks for tuning in today. I would like to talk to our friend Peter Cauchi, Director of Business Development of the DMC Alpine Sterling in Malta. Peter, thanks for taking time.
Welcome.
I know you're busy and it's a crazy time right now, but we would like to hear something about the current situation in Malta. Maybe you can give us some updates concerning, maybe you have something new concerning flights, the airport, tourism in general, and what are your latest challenges you're facing right now?
Okay, I mean, basically, Malta is pretty much in the same situation as all the other countries. If you look at the airport situation, we are close and we still don't have a target date when our airport will be open. It will definitely be the last point of opening on the island due to safety. Our government is doing a sterling job, a great job with the health system on controlling the virus and the situation here on the island. Thanks God, we only have 5 people who died on COVID-19, and the infection rate is going very much down, and we had a maximum of nearly 500 people infected, and we are left with at around something on 70. All others have been basically cleared from COVID, so that is very good news. Even in German newspapers and abroad, it was stated that Malta really did a good job, and if airports open, it would be definitely one of the #1 destinations where you could come for a safe holiday, obviously with protocol which are coming out from the EU, from the various hotels, transport companies, etc., and so on. I mean, we're gearing up for this situation, even with our hotels. We are in constant contact with the hotels, with our Hotel and Restaurant Association, MHRA, which the owner, our company owner, is the president of. So we are definitely always updated with the latest news. So our biggest challenge at the moment is, of course, to get the ball rolling, you know, to convince, obviously, all stakeholders to perform according to protocol, which hopefully come out soon for the restaurants. Yes, it will be reduced capacity numbers, it will be a mask, there will be sanitization, #1, etc. But I'm sure that jointly we can make it happen, that at least we can get some of the individual tourists or welcome the individual tourists in Malta this summer.
Okay, so you're expecting FIT travelers to return in summer, maybe like families, probably, maybe business travelers, right?
That's right. I mean, hopefully we get families and couples who come for the 1 week and 2 week stay in summer, which obviously the island offers a lot of things for these travelers. And of course, yes, the business traveler who does business in Malta, etc., who needs to travel for his business to welcome back. And that would be great and a first move towards normality in our industry. I mean, the mice, everybody knows that mice business will come later, maybe first even next year in March. Saying this, we had some groups which postponed for late October, obviously all depending on the improvement of the situation. And it would be happy that we and even our competitors who do have some groups postponed for October would be able to welcome these groups on the island.
Oh, great. So actually, those mice groups you had, they didn't cancel, they postponed mostly, which is good.
We are lucky that we had three groups who postponed, and they're even willing to postpone further into next year if the October date is basically a mission impossible. Saying this, yes, we also had a cancellation, unfortunately, of quite a large conference group for end of June. But yes, I mean, these things happen and you cannot really do anything about it.
So about those groups, I mean, I can imagine, because it was planned that they will travel to Malta this year. I mean, concerning the mice business, it will probably, or most probably, change drastically. Is there like what do you think, from your point of view, what will change concerning our groups? I mean, it's difficult to say right now. We're also we're talking a lot to our other partners, and everybody's not really aware of what is coming up in terms of safety, security, health issues. And we all know that mice business will be affected largely. So what do you think is going to change in this?
I personally think once we get our protocol, our parameters in line from the government, then at the beginning we'll have smaller mice groups. So not anymore the hundreds and the thousands and whatever we love to have. That we have got more the 30, the 40, the 50, maybe maximum 70, and also smaller meetings on the island until the situation is in full control. Again, I mean, I don't think so that the social media meetings, which we're now mushroomizing everywhere, etc., will take over the business on traveling abroad, as we are all in a human business. So it's a one-to-one business. People want to meet, people want to talk during coffee breaks, people want to have dinner together, have some fun, do the business, and then leave back home with a good impression and an experience, and meeting all the colleagues from all over the world. I mean, this is always a great experience, which I can see after executing a conference, that people do leave with a smile and with more knowledge and connecting with people from different countries on a personal basis, and not just through a video conference or etc.
I totally agree. I just had a nice talk with one of my close friends yesterday, and he said that virtual meetings definitely will be part of our business, definitely. But I think at this stage, it's not, face-to-face meetings are irreplaceable. So I do not, I mean, this experience, these unique experiences we're trying to promote when we travel to certain countries, in terms of incentives, for example, or I don't know, having a wine at the bar in the evenings, talking to each other, gives you a lot more creativity than like having a scheduled, very tight virtual meeting. So I also, I totally agree with you on that point. What is it like? I mean, there are a lot of changes will come up, and also your suppliers are going to have to struggle with. I think about hotels, like what will they make sure? I mean, they have to make sure that the health and the sanitation, everything will be fine. The disinfection of the, I don't know what they are going to do during coffee breaks, for example. Are you going to offer room service instead of buffets, which I've heard from other partners already? I mean, buses, are you going to use the, I don't know, let's say a 45-seaters and just offer it for 20 people to make sure that the seat right next to you is going to be free? Is there anything you are planning right now, or you're discussing internally already?
No, we are discussing with our suppliers, basically, what are they going to do? I mean, the international chains independently all have their own criteria, how they're going to tackle it. Some of it, some of what the government wishes, or the EU or etc., is a bit of mission impossible, you know, like serving everything packed, breakfast in the room. You know, it doesn't make sense. You know, it's I mean, it's revenue loss, definitely. The manpower you need, it is something impossible. So they're thinking about a system, maybe not to serve a buffet, but you get, like in the old days, you get something on the table, a selection for the family, for the couple, for the individual, which is also very nice. Again, sanitization is number one. The pool areas, they don't know, they're not sure if they're going to be open or closed or restricted sunbeds, which will be sanitized on a regular basis. Our coach companies, which we are working with, they are sanitizing all their coaches on a regular basis from inside. So that would be great to have. So and this will be all come with a sort of a certificate, so people will see that they're really doing it. And the sanitization lasts for a certain amount of hours during the day business. So that means that the clients are safe with our transport company. And in the evening, once the business stops or once the job is done, it will be sanitized again for the next day. So yes, people are scratching their head. It's going to cost them more money. I don't know if it's going to affect any on the rates. I hope not, because obviously if a holiday gets too expensive, then they might reconsider and do not come and stay at home. So it will be having this sour effect, I call it. But yes, our suppliers are gearing up. We're constantly exchanging information on what we should do, how we can do it, etc. And then obviously we have to go according to some of the protocols of our government and the health ministry.
Okay, so I can imagine that I mean, right now we're all in this standstill modus right now. When I talk to other colleagues as well. So this is actually what you are working on right now. So you have to discuss, you have to update yourself with all this information, collect all this information, maybe work on checklists or protocols to make sure that the attendees will be safe when they're traveling to Malta, not only on FIT basis, but also for MICE business, I think. So, okay, I understand. How do you like promote, or what is the strategy, or do you have any strategy within the company like to promote your services right now? Because a lot of agencies, they don't know what to handle. Some are going to, you know, some are updating their websites, some are, I don't know, trying to keep busy because, I mean, you know, there's nothing you can actively do right now because, I mean, concerning MICE, it doesn't make any sense to call agencies right now or clients, call them and ask them if they would like to do a nice incentive somewhere because the situation is just too uncertain. So is there anything you are doing from your
basically what we are doing is we phone our clients, basically keeping them updated, not trying to sell anything, supporting them with any information they would need or they require, or if there's any possible business in the pipeline, we sit down and try and make it happen for maybe next year. And obviously on social media, we're trying to send out information on social media. We do some podcasts with the marketing companies, you know, so people will not forget us and the new things coming up on the island. Saying this, yes, we have COVID-19, but we're still getting new hotels, like the Hyatt is going to open in October with 151 rooms, good conference facilities, etc. in St. Julian's, and we're looking forward to have now even the Hyatt placed on the Maltese island with all other international chains. So we're just trying to update and use social media. I mean, we know that most likely no large international fairs are going to happen this year, and we're talking about Vegas, we're talking about Barcelona. I don't think so, and we're not looking forward to go even if it happens, because I doubt that any suppliers will go, or even buyers will attend these fairs due to, I would say, uncomfortableness still due to the situation of COVID.
Yeah, I also think that it will take a while till business comes back, and like the exhibitions we're meeting each other like all around the world actually, that it's going to be difficult to travel there. Actually, what is let's say a final comment to meeting planners who would like to go and travel again? I mean, people will travel by for sure again. It will take some time, of course, but I already heard that you're very confident that Malta will be one of the that you can guarantee the safety and security people are looking for right now in these during these insecure times. So, like last but not least, but what would you tell meeting planners if they would like to come?
First of all, I would say that yes, I mean, coming for a meeting to Malta would be safe. We have our challenges, but we're still with the situation very well handled. We keep on working on it, and even the hotels they have changed their whole marketing strategy, financial strategy. I think it's a good value for money product, even better than it used to be due to the situation. And yes, please do consider the island of Malta due to the way we handled the entire situation. And we will make sure that you will arrive safely and depart also safely, and your meeting will be a full success.
Great. Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, thank you very much for answering some questions concerning mice. It was very nice to have you. Thank you very much for your time. All the best to you. Yeah, and stay healthy, be safe, and yeah, talk to you again soon.
Yeah,
Yeah, thank you so much. Thanks, Peter. Bye.